Greetings. I wanted to share with you just an overview of essay structure. We've been digging deeper and deeper into our essays, and we've gone through revision process where we've looked at higher order and lower order concerns. And sometimes I think it's helpful to just step back and look at the kind of the big picture, kind of some of the higher order concerns. And truly that starts with the very introduction, going from kind of the broad picture to a more narrow picture. And in that introduction, you are bringing in the topic and the content, the context. You're stating your opinion and sharing the main points. So three elements to think about in your introduction is a strong opening sentence. Typically we often begin with, in David Sedaris's, Me Talk Pretty, one day he says this and does that and does other things. But you can also begin it with something that's going to grab your audience. And, sometimes that's a quote, that is surprising. There's many ways to do it, but you do need a good opening sentence. You do need to introduce the piece and the author. You need to summarize the story in total in a few sentences. You don't need to go into the details. Just, this is about a college kid who works in a factory and gets a different kind of lesson in life by going back and forth to college and factory life. And then you want to, of course, have your thesis statement, which is most important. From your thesis statement, you go to the body paragraphs. And in your body paragraphs, you will take one of the claims, one of the key points or supporting ideas from that thesis statement, and that becomes a topic sentence in your own words. And then you support that with evidence from the story. Follow it with your own ideas, reflections, analysis of the story. And then, if you can, it's best to have a concluding sentence that will transition to the next point. And if you see your body paragraph, it should look something like this. And I don't mean the words, but there should be a topic sentence, one or two supporting details from the story, a little analysis or your own insight, what you bring to the story, and then a concluding sentence. After you have your three body paragraphs, you'll have your conclusion, and this is typically done in a paragraph. Sometimes you may need two paragraphs if you are bringing more than a point, but let's say that it's a final paragraph. And remember, it needs to restate the main ideas and the supporting claims. It should offer further reflection. You don't want to introduce something that is totally new, but you do want to give a broader perspective, give more depth to your perception, your understanding, your view of the concept that the story brings to life. And, if possible, end with a bang. So, sharpen your points, finish strong. If you need help, I'm here. I look forward to seeing your final essays. It's been a great term, and I look forward to success at the end. Take care.